Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be talking about things that I wish I knew before my first semester of OT school. We've been talking a lot about this in class, about when we get certain books and we're like, oh, I wish I had this the entire time. So that's the topic today. Let me get the one book that I'm going to show you first. So first thing on the list is this therapy ed book. Let's see. Therapy ed. It's the National Occupational Therapy Certification Exam Review Guide and Study Guide. It's basically an outline of pretty much everything. This is not the official book from NBCOT. This is written by a very good OT, and she compiled knowledge from pretty much all the textbooks that we use. I've seen Trombley referenced in here. I've seen Pedretti referenced, Zoltan. So one thing about why is it that I wish I knew about this before my first semester. I know that they have different editions, so that could be one disadvantage in buying one early. But having this and whatever I learned, I would just look in here and highlight some stuff, stick some notes in there. This is just a nice compilation of everything that we've learned. But now instead of being able to turn and flip and see, oh, this came from this book and this week, and I can go dig up my notes somewhere, now I can only read through it and then dig for my notes. And that's unfortunate because my notes are not organized. This is another thing that I wish I did from semester 1. So this is a full rundown. I don't know if you can see this. A full rundown of every week, every project, every assignment, and every reading for certain weeks, separated by classes. So this was done by a friend of mine from my lab. I didn't do this. I wish I could do this, but this is such an awesome organization system, and every time you complete something, you just either highlight it or cross it out, and it feels so satisfying. She made this in different colors. I just don't have a printer, and I had to use a school printer. So doing this to organize your assignments or your required readings or classes, super convenient, and you'll be on top of things. Okay, the second thing I wish I had was an actual system of organizing pretty much every file, every document, every note, PowerPoint that I have, either on my computer or in my box in the closet. I've recycled so many of those papers because I just don't feel like they are of use to me. But I wish I went and saved everything from Blackboard, organized them by different weeks and different classes, so that I have them all ready. And then in certain classes, maybe organized by diagnosis or some descriptive title that lets me know what it is, instead of some of the research articles are titled numbers and letters and stuff, and you have no idea what it is until you click on it. So be organized, have descriptive titles of everything that you're saving or printing or writing down. Just make sure that future you can look back and know what you were talking about, because me right now had no idea what past me is talking about. Okay, another thing is I wrote create my own reference sheets on different diagnoses, treatments, and interventions for future reference. We learn a lot about different diagnoses, different treatments and interventions that could go with those diagnoses, and contraindications and precautions. So I wish that every time we went to a new diagnosis, I just took a sheet of paper and wrote it down. It's treatment, intervention, evaluation, and precautions, indications, contraindications, like important notes, etc. So I'm going to do this before my fieldwork 2 starts, and I have to go through all my books and like look at my highlights and my PowerPoints, and it's a mess. I'm telling you, it's a mess. Do it while you're studying. Do it as you go, not at the end. Okay, this one might not apply to everybody, but I wish that on my fieldwork 2 selection form I never put any SNFs, so no skilled nursing facilities. This is because I just don't feel like I fit with a high productivity rate. Like maybe I could do acute care because I can, think on the spot, walk around real quick, like do education and all that. But skilled nursing, like I don't think I have the ability to see 3 or 4 patients at a time. I don't think I can live with myself if I put someone on an arm bike and ignored them while I had to tend to another client. I really wish I knew all the different setting types before putting them on my fieldwork 2 request list. I will be doing another video about this soon because I've come to realize that fieldwork 2 is approaching real quick for me, and I just want to be able to help people who just entered OT school who don't really know what these things are. And at this point in my schooling, I feel like I do know. Like I know what I want and what I don't want. Like I wish I knew that back then. And then this last one is something that's super important, is you want to create long-lasting friendships and relationships while you're in OT school. And take the effort to see each other outside of school. I know I have good friends, but we see each other in class so much that we decide that, we don't have to see each other outside of class. But when we do, it's like a really nice time to catch up, talk about things about life that isn't school related, talk about our future plans, things like that. So it's just nice sometimes to have a break from talking OT to somebody. Maybe have some friends where you don't have to talk about that, or if you think it's super cool and you want to talk about developmental milestones to everyone that's okay too. It helps you memorize. And so those are some things that I wish I knew before my first semester. If you have any more, or if you know anything that you wish you knew, like comment them down below. If you have any questions, feel free to do that too. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.